Mitko Trendafilov, who will lecture about food marketing and packaging chapters of the handbook Kukota. He will be supported by Ilaria Ventura, which has been writing a focus of this chapter, if I'm not mistaken. Okay.
I'm representing New Bulgarian University in this project. As a part of this project, I have two tasks. One of which was to write two chapters, one dedicated to marketing and of course food marketing as an accent in this basic theory, and the second chapter was dedicated to packaging because packaging is a very important element of marketing, especially food. So we have a lot to say about packaging in food industry. Even when packaging is actually absent, there is a packaging, so I will provide a particular case. And as you have already known, my colleague Ilaria Ventura will provide cases in order to illustrate the power of packaging in food and drinking industry. I called it industry because probably is my mistake as a teacher in marketing to call everything industry, business, and so on and so forth. But actually, even small food business, independent food business, restaurant, everything actually is a kind of industry, and the owners try to be profitable and to make their living, for example, or to provide value to their consumers. So, first of all, of course, when I approached to the task to write some chapters about marketing and packaging, I knew that it's impossible to be interesting, to be useful this information for people, potential readers who are not familiar with the basics. So usually people without any background in marketing, they associate this notion with advertising, with some people in the back office that actually make nothing, or they try to sell us something that is unhealthy, we actually don't need it or something. The famous joke here is to sell ice to the Eskimos, for example. But actually, marketing is not that easy to be explained, so it was a kind of challenge to me to express in only 10 pages what is marketing about in general, and to be, in very plain language, to be easy to be comprehended. Especially for the guys who are target of this handbook we are going to prepare for them. So I tried to be more specific, providing a lot of cases, a lot of examples in order to connect not only marketing with some particular products, but marketing with food industry. So marketing generally is about market as a verb, market products. One product could be a physical product, could be a service, or could be a combination between these two entities. So nowadays we are talking about products in terms of ideas, events, even companies are products, because time to time they're being sold and they're acquired, for example, because companies, working companies, profitable companies, at a certain point become valuable, and someone tries to buy them, for example, in order to continue this successful competitiveness in the market. So in one sentence, put in one sentence, we are talking about a way that companies think and act when they they realize a given product that the buyers are looking for, which means that companies don't produce something that is not wanted in the market. especially when we are talking about food. As you know, without food we cannot live. That's why it's a kind of product which is very sensitive, because it's connected with our living, with our health, with the well-being of our families, for example. It's enormous industry because it concerns a lot of moments in our lives. As you can, you already have this opportunity to see a lot of examples of connection between food and rituals, food and everyday lives, food and different diets, for example, and so on and so forth. So it's a really huge subject. When we're talking about marketing, please focus on ink, because it refers to actions, activities, acts, not only to something like a product. So you need to make something with this product. So the very basics of marketing actually is connected since the 1960s with the so-called marketing mix. So we have 4 equal as importance elements in this mix called product, price, promotion, which is distribution, and placement, which is actually advertising in the broad sense of this notion. But in the course of time, services have become more valuable in the developed and developing economies. So this mix was provided with 4 new elements: processes or process, people. Especially when we talk about the food, people are very special because we have master chefs, we have master chefs, master chefs. We have service people who make something with that food. So physical evidence, which is connected with, for example, when you go to a restaurant, we have some signs in order to guarantee that we are in a Turkish restaurant, for example. The name Konak of the restaurant we were yesterday is, of course, a sign that this is a Turkish restaurant. So, and performance, probably the most advanced one in this mix, is it's like focus of everything. You need to perform in the best possible way, which means that you are prepared the best product, you are prepared the best price, because people should be acceptable for accessible for people who are trying to sell your product, or generally speaking your product and your service. You need to distribute your product in via right channels, and of course you need a kind of advertising. Nowadays we highly count on the internet, various channels on the internet, in order to attract people or to say something which is important for our service, product. Short example here, McDonald's. Probably some of you hate it, but McDonald's is a real success story. So actually this chain does not provide food. The main product is not a food, but is a service. So back in the years, the McDonald brothers didn't invent hamburger or fried potatoes, because they had been already there, but they invented efficiency, the fast way of producing this menu. And this is why it was bought by the Mr. not exactly sure the name of the real marketing mind after the Ray Cox, the real mind behind this chain. But McDonald's executes the best marketing system in the world, because it has franchise, it has a lot of locations in many countries. During the years it extended its menu, but actually it offers fast food, fast prepared, ready to be consumed food, cheaper than the competition, and it's accessible because of the locations in various cities and sometimes on highway, for example, as well. So here we have a very good combination between value of fast something food, in this case, good price and accessible locations. What's interesting also in McDonald's case is that since 2008 McDonald's started to offer its coffee, and nowadays McCafe actually is leading sub-brand in this empire. And by providing this coffee, they started to compete the one and only Starbucks, providing opportunity for people to have their morning coffee very quietly in their locations, which is totally different concept provoked by the market conditions after the beginning of the 21st century. So about the food, so we are most of us are urban people, so we actually don't produce our food, and we depend on providers of food. So we need food open markets, in supermarkets, of course, in restaurants, street food locations, and of course nowadays food delivery platforms, online platforms are a kind of channel for us to have some food in our homes. So all of these channels actually are kind of services, and they have different value for us as a consumers. We can go to buy our fresh products from the open market, we can count on lower prices in chains like Lidl, Aldi, and so on and so forth. We can go to a restaurant and some knowledgeable, skillful people prepare some dishes for us. And of course, street food is, has its revival in the market because it's convenient way of having some food, and of course online platforms deliver some value of this to prepare or to sell some products to us via the convenience of the internet. So of course it's modern topic now is organic food. Even the big chains started to offer bio-organic clean food because this is the trend in the market, and they need to respond it. So these are images from Lidl location in Sofia, and it's quite new, and the whole atmosphere, the whole interior actually provides this new mentality about selling food, mass production, and at the same time we have bioproducts separately offered different shelves in order to demonstrate that this supermarket chain actually provide bioproducts, and as you can see, the packaging is corresponds to the trend with green and brown colors. So talking about packaging, why it's so important, because there is some phrases in sentences in marketing describing the value of packaging. So it's a crucial task, especially in the retail and this moment of choice when our consumer, our visitor is ready to buy something. Constant media, it's like a small billboard. Marketing was second because it could be attractive and to make the consumers to change their mind and to choose one brand before another. The last salesman and the brand's face, because usually packaging is highly connected with branding, and not only because of the name put on this So major functions, generally speaking, this is the list of the major principles connected with designing packaging, especially when we're talking about food. In two words, we're speaking about packaging, we're speaking about preventing functionality of the product inside. So in terms of food, we are talking about promotion, preservation, and so on and so forth. And what's interesting actually that when we buy a product, packaged product, we actually continue to communicate with this product because we actually have this package inside our homes, and sometimes we use this product a couple of times during the week, for example, and we communicate with the whole information put in the package, and this packaging keeps makes something with us. So like providing information, like giving us some ideas, so promoting what's inside. So I have one of my favorite examples. This is Bulgarian dairy brand Verea. This package in particular is a little bit old now, but it's a good example of how this producer managed to use the whole faces of the product in order to provide different kind of information, different percentage of fat inside is communicated with different color. We have, of course, brand name here. We have different marks, QR codes, and everything in the back of this package. Of course, it's useful because you can use this package couple of times without losing the product, without losing this product, its quality. So we have some required information here about the life of the product. So we have additional advertising, which means that this Verea brand actually advertises its yogurt in this part of the package. So the producer provides additional information in order to persuade people to buy some different products provided by this brand. So packaging has this task, this force to manipulate our perceptions. So there is a website, Board Panda. So once they had this interesting illustration, how you can change the perception of quality only by changing packaging of the products. For example, this cereals looks like ordinary product dedicated to children, but it could be repackaged like hipster in hipster style in order to communicate more sophisticated consumption and so on and so forth. So this is a frozen pizza in the United States. Tom Stone, I had the opportunity to work for this brand a couple of years ago in the UK. So as you can see, there is a vampire, some monsters and so on, so you can put another situation of consumption, because obviously this packaging is connected with the Halloween holiday, and the pack gives opportunity to the producer to provide more value, because it connects the product with the specific feast and consumption. So nowadays we have new trends in making packaging. It should be beautiful, which is more attractive in aesthetical sense. It should be interactive. So we have funny packaging like this. So we have useful packaging like this. We have attractive for children packaging like this. So sometimes probably this this is a good example here. No. Nowadays, the newest trend is to use QR codes or barcodes or different marks, and to use your phone to connect with certain information based online, preparing a particular product and so on. So you can participate in a loyalty program, you can participate in some games, for example. So the conclusion is that packaging is a kind of deep media, because it provides more opportunity for consumers to okay. So I will give opportunity to Ilaria to continue with